Close the doors.
Were you eavesdropping on us?
No, I wasn't eavesdropping. I was, listening in this direction. So the murderer didn't find any prints on the knife.
Unless it was Mrs. Worthington.
Oh, well, I know it wasn't my sister.
How can you be sure?
Well, for one thing, she was sitting in front of Edward. If she picked up the knife and stabbed him, she would have hit him in the chest.
Well, maybe, but it was too dark to see. Mr. Worthington could have turned around and head toward the light switch.
Clever girl, as well as pretty. I knew there was something special the moment I laid eyes on you.
You shouldn't.
I know, but why don't we go outside when we can be alone?
But the lieutenant, he'll want to question you too.
Oh, no, don't bother. He's busy in the kitchen with the Lurch, the Happy Homemaker, and Betty Crocker. Come on.
But it's cold out there.
Don't worry, I'll keep you warm.
He thinks I did it. I know the policeman thinks I killed Edward.
Roy, calm down. Why would he suspect you more than anyone else?
Oh, I could tell he didn't believe I put that money in my account on Edward's behalf.
Why not? I believe you, darling.
That doesn't count. You're my wife.
I think it counts. A wife should do anything she can to help her husband.
Even commit murder.
You... You think I murdered Edward, Roy? You know me. If I tried to grab that knife in the dark, I'd cut a pinky off.
That's true. If not yours, then somebody else's. Where's the lieutenant? I want to volunteer to be questioned first and get it over with. My nerves are shot.
I think I saw him heading towards the kitchen when I came out of the half bath.
I meant to ask you, Connie, what were you doing in there so long?
Oh, I was looking for calamine lotion. I didn't find any, but that's all right. The itching stopped.
That's good.
Yeah, before tonight I had broke out in hives for so long that the scratches in my arms have started healing up.
I noticed. It was nice having a wife who didn't look like an inept lion tamer for a change.
You know, I was thinking about some short-sleeve dresses, but I suppose that's out now.
I'd say so. Connie, did you notice any aspirin in that medicine cabinet? I've got one of my splitting headaches and it won't go away.
No, I didn't, but I'm sure Allegra keeps some in her medicine chest upstairs. I'll go and check.
I had better go with you. With your sense of direction, you could end up in the neighbor's bathroom.
Poor Edward. He didn't even get to open his presents. He would have liked the sweater I got him. He wouldn't have liked that.
Maybe we could return it to Walmart for a refund.
And then we could buy something else.
Ah!
Have you seen Ada?
No, we haven't. Excuse us.
Something in here to put them in. You said they were in the hall?
Next to the half bath. I'm sure the flowers were in a container when I went in, but when I came out, they were just lying there in a corner.
Oh, well, anyways, this should do fine.
Mom, there's something inside.
What?
They look like colored pebbles.
Pay no mind. So, where's the detective?
I don't know. Shouldn't we wait in the parlor until he's ready to question us?
I don't see why. Nobody else is. I just wish whoever poked Edward would fess up so we could all go home, but I don't suppose that's likely to happen.
You didn't do it. Did you kill Father?
No. I know I've threatened to it loads of times, but I can't take credit for the act itself. I know I was always cutting your father down, but I wouldn't do it literally.
I hope Lieutenant McMillan will believe that.
The lieutenant seems like a smart man. He should realize that if I were going to cut off your father, I would have done it years ago when he left us to marry Allegra, sharp woman. He'd have a hard time convincing everyone I killed my husband in a fit of rage that lasted 10 years.
If anyone could hold a grudge that long, Justina, it'd be you, and you wouldn't need a knife to kill him. You could do it with that sharp tongue of yours.
Still here. I'm surprised you didn't make the most of the opportunity and run out to buy a new black dress or something.
With what? You know I don't have any money of my own, and I'm pretty sure Everett's accounts will be frozen for quite some time.
Good point. The fact that he was supporting Deborah and I should be proof enough that I didn't kill him. I'm not dumb enough to slay the goose that was laying the golden eggs after all.
But tonight, he did threaten to cut off your income.
Yes, but he's done that for years every time I ticked him off, which was often. If he did actually cut off my alimony checks, I might consider homicide, but not until then.
The very idea.
Let me explain.
Oh, what's going on in here?
A meeting of Edward's wives, past, present, and future. We were just waiting for you to join us.
What's going on out there?
The snake in the grass Lawrence made a pass at me.
Peggy Sue.
Get your scaly hands
how I was looking for a new job now that Edward was dead and all. And he offered me one with his firm, and then tried to show me some of the fringe benefits. If Edward could see what you tried to do, he'd be spinning in his grave, if he were in it. How could Father see Lawrence if he were in his grave?
Oh, you know what I meant.
I felt a tremendous attraction to him for a long time, Peggy Sue, but I couldn't tell he was long as Edward.
Was alive. Well, it looks like Edward's lawyer has one more motive to murder him.
For once,
No.
I have to agree with you, Allegra, although it hurts me like a toothache to admit it.
No, I wouldn't kill Edward because I'm in love with Peggy Sue.
Well, it's a good thing, cause I wouldn't have you on a Christmas tree.
Why? Because I'm not rich? Is that what drew you to your boss, his millions?
So what if it was? I'm tired of being poor. And as my grandma always told me, love is fleeting, honey, but money lasts forever.
Are you sure you're not descended from Scarlett O'Hara?
That'll teach him a lesson. Mrs. Vickers, you shouldn't have. You can't say I didn't warn him. Don't mind us, we're just passing through. But.
Wonder what that was all about.
I can't believe she actually did that.
Tony, your nose!
It's not as bad as what I's gonna look
Here,
like.
come with me to the halfback. Let's go.
Nobody ever uses the front door. When I lived here, we'd use the front door all the time.
You men, you're all alike.
I'm not like Tony. I was always trying to comfort
If
you.
you had comforted me anymore, my daddy would have come after you with a shotgun.
Everyone's in here. Are we playing a new game?
No, Aunt B, we wouldn't dream of playing one without you.
Oh, that's sweet, Deborah dear. One of these days I'm going to surprise you and win one. Are there any nibbles in here? I was saving them for birthday cake, so I didn't eat much dinner. But then nobody cut it.
I noticed. You picked out your roast beef and didn't even touch your whipped potatoes.
Now, there was some mince in here earlier. Now, where did they... Oh, never mind.
Okay, I'll get you something. Consent.
I have to make a phone call. If you ladies will excuse me.
I had to guess he was going to tell the writer fellow the good news.
Good news.
That
What good
Edward
news?
has gone to meet his maker. On second thought, I doubt that's where he's headed. Anyways, Lawrence is a very lucky lawyer. Not only is the man who was going to have him disbarred dead, I bet that writer fellow will pay a fortune for a first-hand account of his murder. With a climax like that, Edward Worthington III's biography will be a huge bestseller.
I told you Lawrence was a snake.
You won't get an argument from me.
Did someone ring?
Yes, Edith, my aunt's a little hungry. Is there anything you can serve?
Yes, Miss Deborah. It might take me a minute, though. That police detective is searching through everything in the kitchen. The cabinets, refrigerator, everywhere. I'll do what I can.
The kitchen? Wonder what he's searching there for.
Or maybe he's hungry, too.
You should have paid more attention to the label.
I'm sorry, honey. He's an accident.
Oh, perhaps I should see a doctor.
I don't know what he could do. Hello, everybody.
What's wrong, Roy? You're looking a little green around the gills.
Well, I had, still have, a ferocious headache. We went to look in the guest suite bathroom to find some aspirin, but we couldn't find any, so Connie went to look in Allegra's medicine chest. Stupid me swallowed the pills she brought me without looking closely at them.
It wasn't aspirin?
Well, not exactly. Okay, so basically, I saw this big bottle of orange pills. And I thought, you know what? Those look just like the prescription Motrin that Roy takes for his headaches at home. I forgot those. So I gave them to him. And then I read the label and they were Premarin. But I only gave you 4.
What's Premarin?
Double-strength estrogen.
Well, Connie, if Roy gets the sudden urge to try on your dresses, you'll know why.
Oh, stop it!
Sit down, darling. Sit down. Now.
Connie, Edith is gonna bring in some snacks if you'd like to join us.
Oh, thank goodness. Sit like a man. Not like that! I'm divorcing him. Thank you. That should help, hopefully.
There, is that any better?
I can't breathe.
Well, what would you rather do? Breathe or bleed?
Fine, I'll sit down.
What happened to your nose?
Mrs. Vickers poked me.
That mean old thing, if I were you, I'd scratch her eyes out.
Hi. I'm sorry, Allegra. I took some of your Premarin by mistake. I thought it was Motrin.
What's Premarin?
Female hormone.
Why don't you just tell everybody?
getting in touch with his feminine side.
Actually, he's getting in touch with my feminine side. It's my prescription he took.
Well, if you have any extra Allegra, can I borrow a few? I want to slip some into Lawrence's drink and see how he likes getting pinched on.
Whatever happened to topics of conversation I can understand? Like the weather?
Or hairstyles?
Let's talk about murder. Okay, so I know I said I wouldn't stoop to using low humor, and that Roy and estrogen date got a bit out of hand. Roy, straighten up.
Oh, all right.
And Tony, take the toilet paper out of your nose. You look like a walrus.
Thank you.
Anyways, let's talk about murder.
So, Lieutenant McMillan, do you know who killed my husband?
My ex-husband.
My future husband.
A little Bubba?
Not yet, but I had a phone call with my lab chief, Gareth, and he gave some interesting information that might prove to be relevant.
I don't suppose you'd be willing to tell us what that is?
When the time is right.
Oh, Lieutenant. Miss Deborah informed us that Miss Beatrice was hungry and we thought we'd bring in some food.
We thought our announcement might like a snack as well. After Mr. Burlington's announcement, no one has too much of an appetite. The roast was barely eaten. No one touched my Brussels sprouts.
There were some extra hors d'oeuvres left as well, so we brought them out.
May we?
Certainly. And Miss Vickers, it seems everyone has migrated back to this room besides Mr. Tate. Would you mind finding him and asking him to join us?
Yes, Lieutenant.
Thank you.